Oh my God. I'm very sorry, guys. I've been talking since I didn't even know I mute myself. Okay, what I'm saying is I've started recording this class and I will be showing you around. I will be showing you some tricks tech guys do on system. So from today henceforth, you guys should make sure you're just see yourself as a tech guy, tech sis or tech bro or whatever. Just think and talk like a tech guy, and this is your starting point. So just to make sure that you guys are with me, please just drop a chat or unmute yourself and say you are with me. I should write on. Am I talking to myself again? Are you guys with me? All right, I can see a message already. I'm with you. Thank you very much.
All right.
So,
Hi, Khalifa Umar. I'm with you.
all right, thank you very much, Khalifa Umar. So let's commence. If you own your system, thank you, Abigail. So whenever you connect, you on your system and you connect your phone with it, like you're sharing your hotspots, right? You're sharing your Wi-Fi or whatever, whoever connects you hotspot or Wi-Fi. Windows 10 is automatically updating. So what you do, how do you stop that update? You cannot stop it forever. So anytime you connect to your system, you have to come back and stop it. You understand? Because if you didn't stop it before you know your data is gone. So what you do first thing first, this is your desktop. And you just have to come, there's what we call run command. Window R is the shortcut, but I'll show you here like this. When I type run, this is the run command. It's already here. So if you click on it, a dialog box will come out. And this is the dialog box. It's always come out at the bottom left here. So you type in service.msc. Look at it, services.msc. I would recommend you guys hold a pen and paper and jot some things down because it's very important in case you want to practice. So services.msc, once you type in there and you hit OK, another box will come out. And this is settings that you must not mess with any settings here. If you mess with any settings here, you mess with your entire system. So just go straight down. You scroll down to Windows Update. You have Windows Update here. You double click on it, and this is disable. I've already disabled mine. That's why you didn't see this stop. You are seeing start. It's telling me to start my own Windows Update now. I won't start. So once you select disable, you click on stop. Once you stop it and you press OK, that's all. Your system won't be auto-updating and it will save you data. All right, let's go for what brought us here, what gathered us here. First of all, I'll show you how to use text editors. We call them code compilers. You know, if you want to build a website, there's something we call HTML, there's what we call CSS. These are the basic things you start building a website with. HTML, CSS, then later you add JavaScript. So HTML stands for hypertext markup language, and CSS stands for cascading style sheet, right? So first of all, you go to your browser. As for me, I use VS Code sometimes, I use brackets, sometimes I use Sublime, sometimes I use PyCharm or Python. But what you do now, later if you're on your own, you can just go on Google and search for code editors. You'll see plenty code editors online. But first, I want to show you something now real quick. There's what we call W3 School. You cannot be a tech guy and you don't know W3 School. W3 School, every coding language, W3 School will teach you. So I'm going to go ahead and type W3 School here already on Google. If you type W3 School, it comes out. The very first one, w3school.com, w3schools.com. Wait for it. My network is kind of slow. My network is kind of slow. Before w3schools.com open, we can just open new tab and check for do another thing. So Like I said, as for me, I love VS Code. This is my VS Code. If you look at my taskbar at the bottom here, before this Zoom icon, there is, look at this. This is VS Code. This is how the logo is. I use VS Code to code anything. If I want to build any software, if I want to build any application, if I want to build any website or any web app, this is what I use, VS Code. At times, I use PyCharm. This is PyCharm on my desktop. This particular one, this is PyCharm or Python only. Let me go back and see what's the problem. So let's open new tab. If you want to download VS Code, just type VS Code on Google. If you type VS Code, the SEO will bring VS Code out. This is VS Code. The very first one, the link is code.vs okay, code.visualstudio.com. You enter the very first one. VS Code has entered, and what's wrong with W3 School? Okay, W3 School also have entered. So if you look at, this is W3 School. If you look at W3 School, at the top here, after this menu bar, that's the navigation bar, right? There is another bar beneath it, as you can see my mouse. So this is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SQL, Python, Java, PHP, how to, W3, CSS, C, C++, all these are programming languages. And if you learn all these things, trust me, you're a very good software developer. HTML, hypertext markup language, it's, everybody must know this. There's no programmer that doesn't know HTML. You must know HTML, and it's the most simplest. It's very simple, followed by CSS. You must use this too. Building a house, HTML is like building a house. CSS is like painting the house, plastering the house, and furnishing the house. JavaScript is like, let's say, wiring the house. If you wire the house, you put some programs in the house to make it a complete house. So HTML, just like Congo, CSS, just like, you know, it's now beautiful. So HTML is used to build a website. CSS is used to style the website, make the website beautiful, make it presentable. And JavaScript is for making the website unique, making the function of the website. Without JavaScript, you cannot go on Google and create, and you cannot go on Facebook and create accounts. If not, Facebook will just be there, just colors and writings, but you cannot do anything. You cannot press one button to go to somewhere. You cannot. That's the work of JavaScript. Function. I can use the human being as an example for you. Your skeleton, that's this HTML. Your skeleton is the HTML. Your skin color, your beauty, your eyes, your ears, your nose, that's the CSS. These are the things that make you beautiful, all right? Meanwhile, JavaScript is the work of your brain, work of the flow of blood in your body. You know, what will make you understand that that is a pen, this is a book, this is a chair. That's the work of JavaScript. So with these three guys here, you can build a fine website. But we are not going to touch JavaScript in this our course. We are only focusing on HTML and CSS. We are focusing on HTML and CSS because what we're going to do, we don't need them for now. If we do this and you are pretty much more interested in going deeper, because if we do this, my next course, the next thing I want to teach again will be JavaScript. So you can as well fill the form and join us then. So HTML, if you come to w3schools.com, if you click on HTML complete tutorial will open. I don't know what's wrong with W3 Schools website today. I don't know, maybe it's heavy or it's my network. On the other hand, we have VS Code. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if I'm confusing you or not, but you guys just have to take it like that and till you master it like that. That's how, you know, they say learn the hard way. So this is, on the other hand, this is VS Code. You are trying to download. Now, all this you want to learn in W3 School. This HTML, this CSS, I just finished explaining them to you. You need somewhere to do them. You need a space. Now, this VS Code is the space. If you don't want to use VS Code, you can come and open a new tab and type brackets. There is brackets. There's what we call brackets. Bracket test editor. No, not okay. Let me just add test editor. bracket test editor. And this is bracket test editor. The very first one, brackets.io. And if you don't want that one, there is Sublime. There's Sublime. As for me, I use Sublime to learn when I was learning. But the best one to use now is VS Code. This is Sublime. This is what Sublime look like. You will just hit here and download. Very simple. It will download fast. It doesn't consume data. Same as Bracket. This is Bracket. This is the logo of Bracket. If it take you here, download it here or here. Anyone, it will download with you. And same as VS Code. Just hit download for Windows. Click here and it will download. Now this is HTML. So if you download your Bracket or Sublime or VS Code, okay, let me quickly download Bracket. I don't have Brackets. Let me do it. Let me download it so that you guys will see. Because even if you download, you are downloading the exe file. Let me put it on my downloads and you will see how it will be fast. It will just finish downloading real quick. But looks like it's kind of slow here now. I guess my network, something is wrong with it today. Well, before it's finished downloading, let's come back to W3 School. Now this is W3 School and this is HTML tutorial, as you can see. In here, one unique thing about this website is you can be learning and be practicing. So even if you don't download VS Code, Bracket, Sublime, which you must need to download later, okay, you can still come here and practice. This is what coding look like. There's what we call, even in HTML, there's what we call HTML skeleton. This is HTML skeleton. I will explain to you better later. Or let me just explain to you better now. If you want to start coding, and they say try it yourself, look at this, try it yourself, they will provide you with a space to try it and even run it. So if you want to start coding, let me just go ahead and open new file. Okay, I won't do this. Let me come back. Oh, okay, I will do this now because the network is slow over there. Okay, it has opened. So this is a space for you to run your code, which W3 School provide. All right. So if you want to start coding HTML, like I said, HTML is the skeleton. CSS is the flesh and bone, and the color and the beauty. Meanwhile, JavaScript is the function. JavaScript is the one making you walk, making you talk, making you see, making you smell, making you sense, be sensitive, you know. So that's the work of JavaScript in the website. So if you want to start coding, there's what we call opening tag, closing tag. Let me just open in my notepad here. So in my notepad, I will just do this and I will do this. So this first one, as you can see, you all know it as greater than and less than. But in the world of programming, please don't make that mistake. It's not greater than and less than here. In the world of programming, it's not greater than and less than. We call it opening tag and closing tag. This is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. The difference we have here is there is a slash after the opening. This is opening, this is closing, but all these are called opening. This is also opening and this is also closing, but all these with the slash are called closing tag. Let me go to Microsoft Word so that I can zoom it for you guys to see. Hope everyone can see my screen. If you are with me, I'm not talking to myself. Please just use the chat box, or you can as well unmute yourself and tell me right on. Okay, am I talking to myself? Okay, I see someone use the chatbot already. Thank you. All right, so if you can see this, this is the opening tag, the very first one, and this is the closing tag. So if I say open, so anything you want to do, anything you want to build, you build it between these both tags in HTML. All right. So these both tags are like your land. If you do anything outside these tags, let's say you come up here above this opening tag and you do something, it's like you are outside Nigeria. Let's say you want to build something in Nigeria and you go above the opening tag and you do something here, you are outside Nigeria. But if you come in the tag and you do something here, now you are inside, you are between the opening and the closing. All right. So this opening and closing, they are just like gates. They're just like the gates. So this is one gate from the top and this is a gate from the bottom. If you come outside the gates and do anything here, now this guy is outside our website and this guy also is outside our website. Both of them are outside our website, but this one is inside the website. So whatever you do in the opening and closing tab. But how will you let the text editor know that you are starting a website? You must use the HTML. You must use the HTML tag. So which is in the, let's assume the gate. To create the gate, you use HTML. And to close the gate, you use HTML, hypertext markup language. So basically, this is it. This is just it. Now you have HTML gates. This is telling the text editor. This is telling your system itself, not even the text editor. It's telling your system that this is a web page, hypertext markup language. This is a web page. So your system will see this as a web page because you've added HTML. You need to know that these things, they communicate. You understand? Like I said, now you are not just someone that just see what's going on in the tech world, okay? Now you are like understanding. Now you are a tech person. You will be understanding some kind of things happening, all right? So this is HTML, and this HTML, it communicates with your system. Once you run the code, it communicates with your system, and your system will know that, okay, it means this is a web file. For example, I will use an example here. If I come here and create a folder. Now, this is my new folder, right? The system, this is my new folder. The system, it communicates with the system, and the system recognizes it as a folder, not a Zoom application, not a VLC application, not a game application, not a web application. The web, because as you can see, I'm using Chrome, and that is Google Chrome shortcut. So the web application comes with the Google icon, all right? And the folder also comes with a folder icon, all right? So let's see how we can create our own web application to save it and make it come with a web application icon. So if you open, okay, I just remember I'm downloading a bracket here and it has finished downloading. And I check my downloads. If you remember, we save it in downloads. And I'll just go ahead and look for downloads. And I have it. This is it. So I will double click on it to run it. If you double click on it, you wait, a dialog box will appear. Bracket version 2.2. All right, and it's running. It will run all the setup. I agree to the license. Yeah, I'll go back and just put typical. Press yes. We'll just wait for it a bit. I'm just trying to show you if you download the bracket or the Sublime or even the VS Code, these are the steps you will follow. So it's not, there's nothing difficult in setting it up. You'll just be, following the single screen instruction. So back to my VS Code, I'll open a new file. If I open a new file at the top, it will ask me what type of file. Select file type. I'll just say HTML. HTML file. Okay, I don't want this to be complex. Let me do something like this. Let me just do something like this. New text file. So new file. You can always create folder anyway. Now this is new text file. Now let's save our new text file. If you remember, what will let the system understand that this is not a folder. This is a web application. So if we open a new file here, and the first thing we'll do is Control S. Everybody know Control S is save, right? If you don't know that, you can just click on File and click on Save. We've not started coding anything, but this is the background. This is where we will code. This is where we will code. But before we code, we want to save our file so that the system will understand that, okay, bracket has finished downloading. So that the system will understand that we want to save a web file. So if this dialog box come out for saving, save as, right? So to make you understand clearly, let me go to, I'll save it in desktop. So I come here and I click on desktop. If I click on desktop, these are the things on my desktop, right? I have camera roll, phone project, Hafsa, Islam. Oh, okay. So what do you want to save your web page as? My portfolio. You can save as my portfolio. But the best thing to save your web page as is index. Some people will put index.1, some people will put ordinary index. But in that index, now, unlike the regular way you save files and documents, this is a web page file. You are not saving index and press save. You must put .html. Now, adding that .html will make it come out with the Chrome icon or the Edge icon or any browser's icon, all right? So this is index.html. If I click on OK, we'll find a file on my desktop. Let's look for index, and this is index.html. Let's open our website. If we open our website, we'll find out that it's an empty website. We've not started coding anything. We've not started doing anything. So what I would like from you guys is you guys should go to just do this step. Set up whatever you want to set up. Let me look for my bracket. Where is the bracket I just downloaded just now? Let me search for it. And this is the bracket, right? So I'll just go ahead and pin to taskbar. Or okay, let me just open. So I'll try this step. I'll try what I did again. I'll try it here again. Now this is bracket, another code editor, another text editor, just like this Visual Studio. This is Visual Studio. I set up the theme to be like this. As you can see, bracket is white and here is black. It's settings. I just set it up. I can set this one also back to black, dark mode. All right. So this is bracket. This is what bracket looks like. Control N is new, right? Control N is new always. So if we come into brackets and we can repeat the same step again. This is where you create your website. This is where you create whatever you want to create. So we can go again, Control S, or you go to File and look for Save so that you can save as. So Control S, the save something comes out, and let's go to desktop. Let's go